Right, guys, I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for whatever reason. Again, my laptop just decided to crash on me, and I had to use a method to come out of the game. It had frozen. Right, let me start this again. My controller's gone off. I don't know why I'm using a DualSense controller. That's a PS5 gamepad. Right, I'm using Xbox as my configuration, but I'm gonna change that to DualShock. I mean, I can use either one. It doesn't have to be, different or whatever. Sorry, I'm just checking on this. I'm overclocking my, well, not overclocking my laptop. I'm just using a software that allows my laptop to. Okay, this is fine. I was boosting the laptop. Boosting it just means putting some other games in idle. I don't know what's wrong with this game, man. It's so frustrating. It's like, is it the laptop that's crap? you know? Is it the laptop that has a problem or what? It just feels like the laptop is really struggling with this game. So I'm gonna restart the game. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the RTX 3060. It's a gaming laptop, yes, but the reason why I'm saying RTX 3060 is because obviously it's not on the Steam Deck. I do have this game installed on Steam Deck, but I'm not actually using my Steam Deck at the moment. I don't know what this is doing. Let's check. Aha. It's gonna verify integrity of files, so that means I have to sit back and wait for it to finish. Otherwise, there's nothing I can do.
Playing from Geotrends.
So basically, what it's gonna do is it's gonna go into verify integrity of files. But I kind of know what's gonna happen with it. Is it's not gonna do that. So it's gonna act like as if it wants to do that. But I know what I have to do. I have to restart my laptop. I have to just shut down the programs in the background and then restart the laptop. I mean, it's just the easiest way, because otherwise, if I don't do that, it will be stuck like this for a long period of time. Trust me. Gonna pause this. Ah, what the hell? Is it actually going to work now? I mean, this is frustrating. Look at this. And then it goes back here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close these things in the background, just the things that I can close. And this is just so my laptop doesn't suffer too much damage. Some of these won't close, they just go to the tray, but it's all right. Before I actually do this, I'm going to go into settings. I'm going to go to apps. Let me minimize this thing, and if you go to apps, how can I get to apps? Oh yeah, apps. What I want is to start up apps on and see what, because last time when I start stuff up, it's come on. I don't know why this thing is. I wish I could just remove that thing. Right. DSX start with Windows, minimize the shortcut. You know what? I'm going to allow that, because that is the DSX is similar to DS for Windows, because if that starts up, then at least I can go into it and remove it. And I know what you're thinking. Why remove it? Because it's like it interrupts the functioning of the DS for Windows. They don't work together. DSX is PlayStation 5. DS for Windows is PlayStation 4. The emulators, they clash. So that's why I'm saying I need to. I wanted to start up anyway, because that's going to allow my DS for Windows. Hopefully the DS4 Windows will just be forced to start up as well. If not, then I have to really go into it and see what I can do to change it. As I was saying before, right? Okay, so the Bluetooth is connected. Just need to log into this. So if you're ever stuck in a game and it's frozen, you need to remember the shortcut, which is Control Alt Delete. So I'm gonna go into, this is for resolution. Put that on the side here and see if the other stuff is started up. There's things in here that I don't want to start up, like MSI Afterburn. I don't really have an interest in that, right? So the DualShock is on, so that's my DualSense controller, right? I don't know what happened, man. It's this is what I'm talking about. This is what is boring about this laptop, right? So it's still on max, which is cool. That's good. Let's see if I can jump in here and see. I don't know why this is like this, because it should, realistically, it should just, you know what, I don't even want to use a third thingy. I'm going to use a third one, but not for Omen. I just want this for, let's see, yeah, for this program. Now, why am I just going to use two profiles? I want to use two profiles because I think it's just going to be easier. I mean, two desktops. I think it's just going to be easier for me. I'm going to put that back here. And then this one, sorry if it's too bright, guys. It's just that that's the one I use for overclocking. You see? So this is open Steam, launching. And it says opening Steam, blah, 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 blah. Don't know what all this is about. And what's this on Steamworks? Common distributables. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to jump into this dude here. I mean, I've done this already, but I feel like it's important. What I'm going to do is basically look for Steam library. I mean, it says Steam library because it's a different SSD. It's not the main SSD. It's drive D instead of drive C. Going to common. I need to find, yeah, it's got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Click on this. And read dist. Click on that. And then click on this one, which is the x86 one. Just gonna click on repair. Let that do its thing. So it's finished. And then jump into the main one, which is the DX. This is just the one, if you're having issues with your laptop, sometimes it's good just to come into this one and then, you know, make sure that this is actually installed. This is a DirectX runtime. 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 So, right. Okay, that's a demo that I was downloading before. Right, let me see. What else do I need? Right, I'm going to go to Omen. Because I think this would have, yeah, I need to do a manual boost. That's going to go from 0 to 100%. All this is doing is shutting down or hybrid. It's putting other games into hibernate mode, you know, like it's shutting. It doesn't shut stuff down. It just puts them in standby mode or whatever you want to call it. And then this one is just freeing up RAM. I use this one. I told you guys already, don't use driver booster to boost your Steam Deck or your laptop, because if you're using other software that that don't go along with you know, they don't work properly with your Steam stuff, then it's best not to, you know. Right, so DirectX is done. It says it's installed. I mean, I've already done it, but I feel like sometimes it's important to make sure that it's there, or if it's damaged, that it works. This is called Game Fast. automatically enable game fast when a game is detected. This is just gonna prioritize your Wi-Fi for gaming, right? So, okay, let me try and see if this game is now gonna let me play it. Man, this game is so frustrating, man. Since I got it, it's giving me nothing but headaches, you know? It's like it just doesn't do what you want it to do. It does what it wants to do. Like I was playing a game nicely, it just froze. It froze, and I'm like, you know what? The texture quality that I set it on is using under 6 GB of VRAM, so it's not even touching the 6 gigs, but still it'll just crash. That's why I said, if you guys want to buy this kind of laptop, please don't buy a RTX 3060 with 6 gigs of RAM to play games. I know a Steam Deck is different because Steam Deck, you know the advantage of Steam Deck. The company behind Steam Deck wants Steam Deck to be successful, and it has been successful. And there's a lot of games that work with the Steam Deck, and I think this goes to the heads of a lot of people. Like, if Steam Deck which doesn't have a dedicated graphics card on it, can play games, then surely a laptop should do better. But you forget one thing: the Steam Deck isn't just working as a Steam Deck; it's working with software that's built specifically for the Steam Deck. So it's got that support. It's like what Apple does with their iPhones, with their MacBooks. They support their products. This doesn't happen with other companies. You see what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like, I say this to a lot of my friends: don't buy things just because they look good. You know, it's flashy. This guy says it's a good laptop. How do you know? I always tell them, go go on the internet, and see what people are saying about that laptop. Because I'm telling you, you will notice that a lot of people that don't want, like a lot of people. Oh my god, I don't know what this is doing. This is becoming so frustrating now. It is. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me. You see, it'll do this thing. It's like really antagonizing. You know, it's really antagonizing. It's like, I'm just wondering what's wrong with this game. Why did they release this game when it's messed up like this? It's messed up. You know, I have to. This is the integrity of files that I'm doing now. I've got Omen Gaming. I don't need it. You know, the thing is about gaming Omen thing, it will run in the background. It says check for new drivers. Let's see. It's gonna open up Chrome. It's gonna do its thing. What does it want to install? Yeah, this thing will not install anyway. That's the same thing like for the Wi-Fi, you know. Why I'm doing this in verify integrity of files? Because that's what that game is trying to do on its own, you know. That's why it's not starting the game. That's why it's going into downloads. So if I do it for it, it just makes it easier, because what's going to happen now is that it's just going to do the integrity of files going to 100%. As usual, this happened on my Steam Deck as well. It's going to say 85 files have failed. And then what you have to do, that's 85 files have failed. I don't know why, because I didn't do anything to the game. I installed it directly from Steam. You think this game will be 100% good. And then what will you do once it reaches that percentage and it says, well, it's missing files, then it will do its own integrity of files, which is on the downloads. That will take a few minutes, a few seconds or 1 minute or so, and then you can play your game again. So that's why I'm saying there's nothing I can do. I have to wait for it to finish this. That's why it's boring about this laptop. That's why I don't like this laptop. It's really boring. Like, I tried to play Fortnite. And this is the real Fortnite, not the Fortnite from Game Pass. The proper Epic Games Fortnite. And I tell you, it was stuttering, it was lagging. And I thought to myself, how can a laptop with 6 gigs of VRAM, dedicated graphics card, be stuttering? because it shouldn't stutter, right? It should just work. And I just noticed this problem, and it's so boring that I don't even play Fortnite anymore on the laptop. If I want to play Fortnite for real, I just go on my phone. I would rather play Fortnite on my phone than play it on a laptop because it looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad, it looks okay, looks good. I can play it on high graphic settings and still get good FPS. But like I said, there's some stuttering. It does freeze, not a lot, but it does freeze from time to time. And then you have to lower your graphics, of course. And I just think, what's the point? you know, this has got 6 gigabytes. So what the 6 gigabyte doing then? It's just like it doesn't qualify as a gaming laptop anymore. If you can't play Fortnite seriously on high graphic settings, at least on high, then this is not a gaming laptop. But the good thing is I didn't pay for this. Like I traded in another laptop for this one, so I'm not disturbed by, I'm not bothered by it. But it's irritating because I'm just thinking what's because the only reason I traded in the other laptop that I had a Asus ZenBook Duo, which had two screens on it. I really like that laptop. It's not a gaming laptop. I know it's what they call those. What are they called? Those really light laptops, the ones that you just want to move around with great battery life. And it was a nice laptop. It had a double screen on it. It was really beautiful, beautiful laptop. But I wanted a gaming laptop, and I traded it in for this. Of course, I had to add like $200 on top because these shops, they always want to gain from you. Like, yeah, we know you bought it from us for 700. Just put a 200 on top of it. And I thought, you know what? I can't play games on this laptop anyway. I think it had USB 4 on it, but I wasn't sure. I think they were just Type C cables, connectors. Because it's one of those ThinkBook type laptops. It's not a proper laptop. Like it's not a proper heavy, like a big laptop type thing. It's those, those I don't know what they call it. It's like a Chromebook, but it's very light. The only difference are two screens or two monitors. So it's not a gaming laptop. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking of those really gaming laptops, RTX 2080s. If it was like that, I would have never traded it in. I would have kept it. So it's not a gaming laptop. It's just an ordinary laptop, but it was good. I liked it, but I wanted gaming, and I traded it in. So I don't consider like I paid for it. I think it was like a trade-in with money on top, $200 on top. So it wasn't a big deal to me because I had a laptop for 2 months. It wasn't doing anything. I mean, it wasn't doing anything in my house. It was just sitting there, and all I used it for was YouTube. That's all I did with that laptop. I used it for YouTube, and I just thought to myself, no, I can't have such a laptop like this doing nothing, you know? So, so that's why I ended up trading it in and getting this Acer Nitro. And to be honest, to be fair, yes, there's a lot of games that will work with this laptop. They will play on high frame rates, and they're good games that can play on this. But the kind of games I want to play are Call of Duty games. These heavy, big, action-packed games, 64 players on the map type games, Battlefield type games. And I just get annoyed. I get irritated easily when I see that something that I have isn't doing that. I thought the RTX 3060, because there's a lot of hype about this 2 years ago. And I thought, well, the hype will still be there because it's only 2 years ago. And then I noticed like it really struggles in games. It really struggles in games. It struggles a lot. This thing by next year, this laptop is gonna be an ordinary laptop. Remember the 1050, GTX 1050, the GTX 1050 Ti that then came out because the 1050 had failed. Then the Ti came with 4 gigs of VRAM. That made it was more successful. Then the 1060 came. That was very popular. 6 gigs of RAM, then the 1078 gigs, and the 1080s, and that stayed for quite a long time. It was very popular. But I mean, just like anything else, things fade. Then the RTX came with ray tracing, the 2060s, and they brought that lightning effects on games and all of that stuff. And the ray tracing thing, revolution came, isn't it? And that's why people are buying the RTX 2060s. And then after that, the 3050 came, and that was a complete failure. The RTX 3050, no one wanted to buy that laptop. And no one buys that laptop now. Nobody buys that. They know it's crap. And then the 1650, the GTX 1650 came, and then the Ti came. They're slightly better, but the 1660 Ti still remains the best in terms of old but good laptops. You see, it said 85 files failed to validate and will be reacquired. Right. So what Steam will now do is that it will reacquire those things. So let me see. But I'm not sure now. I'm wondering if that's a fact or what. Is that an actual fact? Is it going to let me just Sorry, I'm just looking at my laptop. I'm trying to figure out what's these things that I wanted on it, but I don't know. Right, so I did the integrity of files. Check that went through. I just want to see if everything else is also going to work out. I changed from Xbox configuration to DualShock. Let's see if now the game will work. But that's why I'm saying it shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't have done this in the first place. It shouldn't have crashed in the first place. Because I'm not even using close to 6 gigs of VRAM. I was using like 4 or 5 gigs of VRAM. But it crashed. It crashed the game. And I'm just like, no, man. I want a gaming laptop with at least 12 gigs of VRAM up to 16 gigs. That's why I'm looking for a 3080 Ti. If I get that, I'll be happy. Because then, yeah, it's getting old, blah, 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 whatever. But it still has 16 gigs of VRAM. I'll still be able to play games for the next 2 to 3 years. Oh my God. It's making weird noise on the microphone. Can you hear that noise? I don't know what's happening. I hope it's not messing up my laptop. It's quite static as well. You know what I was thinking of doing? I was actually thinking of I was actually thinking of selling it. I want to get rid of this laptop. No, I just want to get rid of it. I mean, it's not working properly. It's not living up to the hype that I thought it would. And one of my Steam Decks, I want to get rid of those too. So if I got rid of the laptop, let's say 200, get rid of the Steam Deck for 200, then I got 400 pounds on me. What is this weird noise? Static noise. Sorry, let me just. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. Oh, right. That's weird. So the noise is kind of gone. So I don't know if it was because, right. So it's wanting me to accept all this stuff. I don't get this. Why? And it's going to say restart now. No, it has to restart. I don't know why it does that. It asks you to agree to all that stuff, and then you have to restart the game. Should work now, hopefully. I have all the games on my 2TB SSD, so all I need is another laptop that can actually play games. No, that's the truth, because I've been moving all the games to the 2TB SSD the whole day. Well, not the whole day. It's just like some games I had to move. The Epic games, I don't know how to move them as such. I don't know how to do it. Maybe, do I just copy all the files and then move them? That's what I was thinking about. But then at the same time, I don't actually play Epic games in the first place. I don't play those games. The Fortnite, like I told you guys, doesn't work properly. It plays the game, but it can't play the game on high or ultra or epic graphics. It can only play the games like on low to medium graphic settings. If you put high, it'll stutter, it'll freeze, but not as bad as Call of Duty. I can play the game longer on Fortnite than I can of Call of Duty. I'll try and make some videos of Fortnite, so you guys will then eventually see those videos and you'll understand. The graphics do look good on Fortnite. They look good, but I don't know. It really depends with how you see it. It says thank you for playing the game. Shade is preloading. I don't get this preloading stuff. Let me try and jump into settings. I'm gonna jump into controller, no problem. Graphics. I'm gonna go to quality. I'm gonna use image scaling, NVIDIA image scaling. I'm turning off path tracing. Texture resolution is set to normal. Texture thingy, I don't know this one. Anti-stropic is normal. Depth of field is on. Detail quality level I put to normal. Gonna set that to high. Particle resolution is set to very low. Bullet impacts and persistent effects are all on. Shader quality is set to low. On-demand streaming, texture streaming is on. What's this other one? Local texture streaming quality is normal. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna set that to low. Then shadow quality is set to very low. Screen space shadows is low. Ambient in occlusion, I'm gonna actually set that to both. Ambient occlusion, I think that's like sun stuff. But I mean, remember, the target here hasn't been reached yet on my graphics card, so it's still under the 6 gigs of VRAM. Let's see, screen space reflections, that's set to normal. Static reflection quality, I'm setting that to low. Tessellation is all. Volumetric quality, I'm gonna set that to low. Deferred physics quality, set that to low. And weather gray or volumes, set that to low. And then water quality is all. Gonna jump back into graphics for a second. I just want to see, like, so detail quality level, I set that to high. And texture resolution, I'm gonna set that to high. Texture, whatever you want to call it, high. Everything else, I think I just set to low. And I'm using NVIDIA image scaling, but I'm gonna change that to NVIDIA DLSS. Right, I just want to see displays are set to 1280 by 720. I'm using full screen borderless. So I'm only using 4.72 gigabytes of VRAM. Right, controller, yes. I'm gonna jump back into ground war. So the only things I've got set to high on this, guys, is the texture quality and the ambient inclusion, and whatever the other one is set both. I think it's just it's those effects like weather and stuff. But on the weather side of things, like water and everything, I put all, and then on other things, I just put them on either very low or low. It's just the texture qualities are are quite high, but there's nothing on this that's ultra now. So before, when it crashed, it was on five something gigabyte of VRAM, was higher than 5 GB. But now it's on four. It's under 5 GB. It's about 4.7 something gigabyte of VRAM. So hopefully now it should work properly. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because I want to warn people: don't buy the RTX 3060 laptop thinking it's gonna play COD. It will play Call of Duty, yes, but you can't set anything high like texture quality. Beyond, after texture quality, that's it. You can't put anything else down, because if you shut stuff down, the game just doesn't look nice. That's the problem. So there's no point in saying I've got a gaming laptop and you try and play it and then everything's off. You might as well just buy a Steam Deck, and then you don't care. You just set everything to low and you don't care what it looks like as long as you're playing the game.